Hey, it's BrickTsar. It's time for building with BrickTsar. We finally built this. Actually, I built it a couple of months ago, but it's the VW Beetle set 10187. It's a pretty cool build, and we've been doing the updates prior to my hiatus of my progress in building this, and obviously got it completely finished. So in this video, we're going to talk about what it cost and what I plan to do with it and the extra parts that I have. Alright, so here's the little sticker. It's actually on a big plate for the VW Beetle. It's called a VW Beetle 1960 Charlotte. It has the specifications for it. This is actually one of the pieces that I needed to buy. I ended up getting two of them. So I got an extra one. This is the one with the better placed sticker. The other one is hanging off a little bit, and I may sell that one. But so we got a complete set. We have the instructions. As I walk off camera here, we have a copy of the instructions. This was from a haul from Bricks for Chris, and so it's a two booker. Got two books. So, and it shows you on the instructions what the original VW Beetle Charlotte looked like. Pretty easy build, and so let's show you some close-up pictures of it. Alright, so like all the other cool kids on YouTube, I'm down here on the floor looking at my Lego set. Love this VW Beetle. It's a really big model. As you can see by They Might Be Bricks minifigure in the background, it's a lot bigger. Obviously not minifigure scale. We'll put him right there to kind of give you an idea of how big it is. It is comparable to the VW T1 camper van. It has the brick build, so it doesn't have a smooth outer surface. I think that's the one thing we all would have liked to have seen, but they didn't have all the cheese slopes and stuff as readily available back then. I think that's why we don't have more of a slope pattern. It's just a brick built pattern, but it still looks pretty cool. So we'll just give you a quick overview of all the features. Some of the pieces that I was missing, minor pieces that I needed to get, were like one of these little that's not the headlight, but it's the like the turn signal light, I guess, or the hazard lights. I needed to get one of those. It's just an inverted slope piece. Between the two sets I got all the stickered pieces I needed, and there was just a few minor things like that. Had all the rare and hard to find pieces between the two incomplete sets. And now the back of it. Might even been missing one of these pieces. I can't remember. It was just a couple of minor pieces, nothing major. Alright, so that is what it looks like on the outside. And we'll start back here where the motor is. This is actually not a 2x4 tile, it's two 2x2 tiles, but you open this up. This other thing, I kept breaking the bumper off of this thing already. There's where the motor is located. It's not a working motor. Not a lot going on there. It's like a one cylinder. And that closes up. And so there, the motor is in the back in a Volkswagen Beetle. And so the front, what's in the front then? That is the trunk. What kind of junk is in the trunk? I always have a hard time opening this front piece. Always knock off the front bumper. It's the spare tire. So we got a spare tire. There's a wrench in there as well. And I think that's about it. That's where you'd have to, I don't think, in a real one, would there be a hole to the floor there? I don't know. I thought that's where you put like your groceries when you went grocery shopping, put them in the front, in the trunk. There we go. That piece is always hard to close. There. I'm always knocking off these lights. It is a little flimsy build there. Alright. Now the doors do open. You got your reclining seat. There's your, oh no, we're going to crash handles. They got hanging down there. Uh-oh. Oh man, knock that bumper off again. Alright, let's see if we can get in there to the interior details. It's got the rear view mirror as well. Windshield wipers, no glass. There, we opened the glove box. And what do you put in the glove box? Gloves. Now here on the back you got the little hole behind the back seat. I think that's where you could also put groceries and stuff when you went shopping. Thing actually looks a little more roomier than a real one. But that is the VW. Pretty cool car. Alright, so my goal with this project was to do it under $290. We did not achieve that goal, but we do have a lot of extra pieces. And I could recoup the money and come up below the 290. So basically, the way this was done, there were two major purchases. One was the incomplete purchase from BrickTsar, Alabama that I got for $100, but it was missing the big plates that are worth a lot. So I found another incomplete lot on eBay that was $182, and that got me most of the pieces. Before I had bought the one on eBay, though, I'd already bought a extra sticker piece of what we showed of the details of the car, and that was $25 because there were a couple other parts I got with it. The instructions and then some other miscellaneous parts that I bought came up to about $52. So the total was around $360. But we have all of this that's in this container left over. I mean, there are tons of pieces. Not any of the real high dollar pieces. There's the wheels. There's a bunch of the dark bluish gray or dark gray pieces. Dark bluish gray. I can't remember what year did this come out. Oh, but anyway, so I got the extra wheels. Got a lot of dark blue plates, but only a couple of 4x8 plates. So I'm not sure. I didn't get a chance to go on BrickLink and price out what the average sale price for these in used condition would be, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be well over $100, just based on the wheels and a few other pieces that are in there. So I may put those in my store. I may keep them in my personal collection. So came out above the goal, but likely I could come way below my goal if I sold those things. So we may do that. And plus the VW Beetle, you see a lot of these selling for more than $340 with the instructions. So I think I got a good deal on this, and considering all the extra parts that I have. So building with BrickTsar, in the future we want to do other things similar to this, or it could be just regular building, but I have some other sets that I've been working on completing by bricklinking them. That is, you get all the pieces, you buy the pieces, build it by the piece, buy it by the piece. And one of these that I had the idea of doing, now there are a few others, Mardi Gras Man 2-3 could probably tell you, but one of them's the Space Set 1968 is the number, is the unnamed set, which really there are a lot of Lego sets that Lego never really gave a name, that people gave the names to them. But that's one of them I want to bricklink, and then there's, I got the instructions for it, and there's a couple other space sets. But this is one we just recently came across. I had forgot about it being in the stores, never bought it when it was in the stores. I do remember these Discovery sets, but this is the Lunar Lander for the when they landed on the Mars, the Lunar landed, not Mars. Did I say Mars? Men have not landed on Mars. This is the moon, lunar moon. That's what that means. But anyway, this is a pretty expensive set to get now. The little astronauts, I've been looking at them. They go for about $33 each or more. It's got a few of the other parts that are kind of hard to find. There's some hinges that aren't very common in there. So even bricklinking it would probably be expensive, but there's not many people even selling it complete. So I'm thinking about seeing if I can get some of the harder to find parts and then doing it as a building with BrickTsar. Just do weekly updates on my progress. So far the only thing I have is the instructions. So anyway, tell me what you think. Are there any sets like that that I've shown or talked about in the past? I know there's also the city skyline that I've been working on building. As I get stuff out of my back into my inventory or back out of storage here into the basement. Well, I'm not in the basement. We're in They Might Be Brick's room, but you know what I mean. Want to be working on those. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked seeing the results of that and what is involved in piecing together a set, especially a discontinued, hard to find set. So catch you in the next video. It's BrickTsar.